Hey guys, CPT SMASH again. This video is just really short. We're just demonstrating some different push-up variations that you can do that will challenge yourself a little bit more in your body weight programs. So no, like I said in another video, the body's ability to resist force changes depending on the load placed on the body. So if we can change how the body is loaded and how much of body weight that we're actually holding up, we can change the amount of resistance on those particular tissues that we're trying to target. In this case, we're trying to target the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps, a little bit of the upper back musculature. So if I want to make a push-up more challenging, there's a couple things that I can do. The first thing that I can do is I can elevate the feet. So I have my little block here, but you can use, a stool or a chair or a table, whatever you got available, and just position the feet up higher and then perform your push-ups as normal. And it's going to be that much more challenging on the body just because you're at an increased angle. You're putting more load onto those chest structures. So now, some different methods for increasing the amount of resistance on the upper body are, you can put a platform in between one hand and the other hand. So having like a raised object on one side, like a yoga block, and then perform your push-ups. That way one side is getting a little bit more range of motion and it's having to push up a little bit more on that side, and then just transition in between those two. Now, I recommend that you probably don't want to go super high. Like, you probably only want to go about up to a 60-degree angle in order to get the most benefit from your chest and shoulders, because the higher up you go, the more you're going to be getting into the shoulders. And then you can even kick up to a wall and do handstand push-ups, which is just predominantly going to be an intense shoulder exercise. So now, if we want to back those down and decrease the amount of leverages, if you're having a tough time with push-ups, then we would do the opposite. We would take load away. So we would instead place our hands on the block and then do our push-ups that way. That way we're still getting a nice solid push-up, but we're not really overloading it beyond the point of us being able to do a lot of reps. Now, if you remember in the other video that we just shot, we were talking about isometric holds and eccentric loading. So now those are also good ways to increase the intensity of your body weight exercises. So if I wanted to make a decline push-up really challenging, I would slow the reps down considerably. So it would look something like this. I get into position, and then I'm just gonna do like a 10 count on the way down, slowly absorbing the load of my body, and then into my press. And I'm just gonna really emphasize going nice and slow on the way down, and then forcing myself back up to the top. Simply by slowing down that negative, you enhance the controllability of the muscles, and they're absorbing more and more force over time. So that's a good way to increase the demand, increase the progressive overload, and that way you can still maintain a good level of physique building potential while you're in your home gym, or just simply make the exercise harder, change it up a little bit. So now, this technique also works well if you're really struggling with your push-ups and you need to build up some starting strength. So in this principle, you want to use isometric tension to help build up strength at different levels throughout the exercise. So what I would do is I would just start off in a 90-degree position and just hold that position for as long as possible. So, and it could be a minute, it could be 30 seconds, it doesn't matter. It just matters how long can I maintain this position. Hold it for as long as you can without breaking your form, and then being able to maneuver out of it. Now, the key thing with isometrics is they only go in 10 to 15 degree intervals. So the next time you do your another set, say you started with your elbows at about here at 90, then I would try to hold a little bit off 90, a little bit further, and then a little bit further, and then that would be the end of the set. So hopefully this helps on the push-ups. We're gonna do another video here shortly on some pulling exercises, and this should add to your overall repertoire in your overall body weight training program. All right, thanks so much. Smash Strength Lab out, and I will see you in the next video.